Welcome back into Cougar Sports Saturday. Having a good time still. Can't get over Nate's already in full Halloween mode in August. That's how he spends. That's how he kills the time between now and football season. Texas to our text line.
57500.
Yes.
Hit us up. Tell Mitch he's wrong.
Are you already in Halloween mode as a person in August? Are you watching Halloween movies, buying Halloween costumes? We'll have to ask Matt Baiamonte. He's going to be joining us next at 2:30. Good friend of the program on BYU Sports Network. He'll be joining us. We'll have to ask him if he's in full Halloween mode too. But I get a feeling that some of these former BYU players in the NFL, they're not in Halloween mode. They are in training camp mode as a bunch of BYU players going through training camp in the NFL right now.
Yeah, there's a lot. And I was happy to see Tyler Algier get some first-team snaps at running back because he's a guy where I feel like he's been a little bit disrespected. Mm-hmm. Falcons, he has a great rookie year, and then the Falcons spent a top 10 pick on Bijan Robinson from Texas, and that kind of goes to the wayside. But there's other guys. Chris Brooks is still in the league. That's kind of surprising to me because he was another guy, even like a Tyson Williams kind of, where a little underutilized at BYU, I think. Blake Freeland, he's still with the Colts. Is there a player you're excited to watch this preseason?
Chase Roberts. I'm curious to see what he does with the Raiders. Obviously, I love the Raiders, so I'm a little biased there, and I want to see Jada too. I think I'm also curious to see more of Kyrus Tonga with the Kansas City Chiefs, get a little bit of a glimpse of how they utilize him. He was pretty impactful for the Patriots last year. He probably had his best season in the National Football League last year in the Patriots' run to the Super Bowl. So I'm curious on that. I think Zach Wilson also, but I'm kind of worried there with Zach. Yeah. I think he might be in territory where he might get cut. Because if he can't beat out Spencer Rattler, do they need Zach Wilson with the Saints? I don't know on that one. I'm curious to see how his performances look with the Saints. But what about you? Who are some guys that kind of catch your attention?
Yeah, two guys I'm really excited to watch. One is Jack Kelly, because Jack Kelly's been making a name for himself in New York. I think New York Giants fans are starting to get really excited, but wait until they see like his neck roll. And I saw some pictures. He's got a visor now. So Jack Kelly, I'm really excited to watch. I'm also excited to see Jacob Robinson. And that's because last year, late in the summer, he broke his arm, and so he was out the entire year. So didn't really get a chance to see him do much for the 49ers, but I'm excited to see what he can do in the preseason because I feel like he's a player that he's maybe not one of the all-time greats at BYU, but he probably should be in that conversation when it comes to defensive backs because he was really, really good for BYU. So I'm excited to watch him and see what he can do in the preseason.
I was thinking about this too with former BYU players in the NFL right now. All but two of these guys that are in the NFL, Taysom right now is not in the NFL, and there's a chance he could join the Broncos potentially or maybe somewhere else. But out of all the guys that are in the league, and there's a good number of players from BYU right now, only two of them were guys that did not sign out of high school with Kalani Sitake. We're getting to that kind of territory where it's all guys that were Kalani Sitake recruits. The only two that did not sign when Kalani was the head coach, Fred Warner. That was when K-Pop was the DC, or not DC, but position coach, and Bronco was the head coach. And Zane Anderson. Everyone else was, Kalani-era recruits, which, again, starting to see more just Kalani's era showing up in the National Football League, and I think BYU could be producing a lot more NFL players in the years to come, but I always welcome the sign of the NFL preseason. After about 1 week, though, I'm done. I don't need NFL preseason week 3.
No, let's just scratch the itch.
Just give me that week 1, and then I can say farewell to you until the regular season. Let's take a break. Matt Baiamonte next year on Cougar Sports Saturday.